Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Very excited about this one, actually. Found this one in the wild, dude. So I'm super excited about this one. As you can read, it is the new Ultimate Edition Auska that just recently released. There's also a Roman Reigns and I think another figure in this wave. Maybe not. I'm not exactly too sure. I can't remember. And if there is, was there? Oh, wasn't it Undertaker? Maybe so. I can't exactly remember. I can't even remember what wave this is supposed to be, but I'm super excited to get this one open. So, let's lay down the box because this one's a tad bit easier to open, I'd say. Boom. Goes. And I want to see there's another one down here. The Dynamite. And now we just open up the box. If I can get this open with one hand, I don't know. Let's hope. Boom. It is now open. Let's get the hands out of here first and foremost. The one was already falling out by the time I got it home. I think I'm gonna have to take the plastic out of the box and cut that mask out. So I'm gonna have to do that off camera, but at least you can see if you can take this figure out without having to worry about any of the little plastic thingies that are holding in the mask. I don't think there's any on the figure. And they're pretty decent, though, I will say that. I almost said holy poo shiesty there. Anyway, almost got everything out. We'll cut the camera away to get the mask out, but yeah, pretty sick. I want to say this is actually its own separate accessory, too. I don't think there's... Oh, I slid the mask out. Never mind. We don't have to cut away the camera. Cool beans. Anyway, getting the Auska figure out here. She's gonna be standing a little weird because we're doing this all on camera. We're taking it completely today, I guess. First time for everything. Let's get her posed up a little bit, I guess. Wouldn't hurt, right? I don't know if this figure has drop down hips like some of the newer Ultimate Editions have, but we can kind of figure that out when the time comes. Why do I feel like this waist strap should go lower, but it's not going lower? I don't know. Figure that out here in a moment, I guess. Because first things first, we're going to go over the accessories. Now, of course, she comes with a alternative head scan, which is the first thing I want to talk about, as this head scan has the blue mist on the face paint, and honestly, such a cool head scan. I love the colors and the hair. Auska, of course, a very colorful individual on TV, and even behind the scenes. If you follow her on Twitter and stuff like that, you'd know. She's also got these alternative hands with fingernail polish on them. They're kind of like Randy Orton hands. I'm kind of curious. Her other hands also do have the fingernail polish, as she does technically have two sets of hands. Probably the only thing I'm a little disappointed about. Could have at least got a set of fist hands, especially for an Ultimate Edition. But of course she does come with the mask, which we'll have to plug that on the face and see if it actually fits. Oh, that fits on there fairly easy. Honestly, almost too easy. Wow, that just popped right on there. That's nuts. And of course, the accessory to rule all accessories for the most part, I think. This really cool entrance robe. honestly, I'm excited to get like some action figure shots with that on. Of course, it's got the little bits of fur. I've been loving how they actually include stuff like this on certain jackets now. All the different little design patterns and stuff that are up in this, man. It's really, really just super cool. Of course, getting into the figure itself now, taking a look at her base head scan, it's essentially the same head scan, but without the mist on it, so you get to see like all the face paint details a bit better. And honestly, I love this. Like, I can't remember what company she worked for before she came to WWE, but was it like Stardom? I can't remember, but this is something similar to a gimmick she used in Japan, and honestly, that's what makes this like figure even cooler for me, because I loved Auska before she came to before she came to WWE, before she was on like the main roster. Uh-oh. I just popped that out. I guess we'll have to pop that back in here in a moment. I love the way the attire itself looks too, though. I've just been trying to fight with this like little waistband thing, because I feel like it should be down here on the waist and not up on the like rib cage area, but maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I should look at the back of the box, so give me a moment here. Alrighty, after looking at the back of the box, you can clearly see that belt is supposed to be more down here. I don't know why it was so high, but at least I know where it goes now. I also do love on how you can actually move this little thing here too, so for certain shots it'll actually pose. So that's pretty nifty and neat to note. But of course, I kind of want to break down this attire a little bit. Nothing too fancy on the back of the top. There is a little bit of molding there though, so you will feel the straps and the little like string molds and stuff, so that's cool. Of course, the front of the attire has a little bit more to it. Got the little colored stripes going across the top. I don't really see anything too big of note though, besides the gold trim on the top. She's also wearing a choker, which I wonder if that's like a separate mold and that's removable, or if that's like molded onto the neck. My fingers are a little too fat to find out without taking the head scan off, so we're not going to do that. I love this little arm wrap thing because you can tell it is its own separate mold, so I want to say you could take this off if you wanted to. I don't see why you would though, as it's really cool and it adds to the figure, makes it really unique, because I can't recall too many figures that have stuff like that on their arm. Of course, she's got the wrist tape, or like gloved hands, whatever you want to call those. A little wrist tape on this arm. Getting into the lower half, she's got the black and gold belt with the thing I pointed out earlier that hangs off of it. Plugs back in super easy too, so I'm happy about that. Lifting it up, you've got the little underwear thing that she has on the outside of her tights. Zebra print style, so MDT I think would be fairly happy with that. Got a little bit of like crosshair sections on the legs here, molded on there too, so you can actually feel that in the sculpt. Red and blue stripes going down them. You've got the gold like button press things up in there. Not anything sculpted on that end though. Same design over on the other like side of the legs. You've got the little crosshair section designs here on the knee pads. And the kick pads are fairly cool too. Got a little bit of ankle pivot, so I love that. Got 4 X's sitting here on the side of the kick pad. Nothing on the inside, but you do have 4 blue X's on the other side, so a little bit of difference to note there. And then oh yeah, now that I have my train of thought back, you've got the gold on the front of the kick pads. The boots themselves are red with black trim. I love how you get the strap on the one side. A little confused as to why we don't get one on the other side though, on each side of the boot. So I don't know, maybe that's just a little detail they didn't feel like including. Maybe it wasn't necessarily like that. I don't know. One thing I do know though is, though it is the like same attire for the most part, unless, oh no, it was just the way the light was angled. Never mind. I was gonna say how, even though it is technically the attire, the shoes are a different color, but no, it's just the way the lighting was hitting that. So ignore that. But why don't we get this beautiful figure all posed up and we can just get into our final thoughts, shall we? Alrighty, now that we've got the Auska all posed up with the jacket and the mask on, she's got her alternative hands in. Man, this figure is really fucking cool. I don't know why I'm like cursing so much in these past few reviews, but honestly, it's definitely worth the money, especially if you can find this at retail. Now, a little fun story here. My boy WPW PickFed, you may have, realized I've mentioned him a couple of times in the videos and stuff of that nature. He had made a post on Instagram not too long ago where he found the new Ultimate Edition Roman Reigns in stock at a Best Buy. And I was in an area where I was nearby a Best Buy. So while my sister was going into the store and kind of doing her own thing, we went in together, but I cashed out quicker than she did, so I left, put my stuff into the car, and I walked over the Best Buy real quick, and honestly, I was not disappointed with my walk. Literally the only Ultimate Edition sitting there on the shelf, so impulse buying, I had to cop it, and honestly, worth every penny. I can't complain. If anything, I don't think there was drop down hips on this figure though. Not everybody likes the drop down hips. I kinda do though, just because the hips will scrape against like the crotch piece on certain figures. So it just makes it easier for the figure itself to pose. At least in my opinion, they're not that big of an ordeal. But what would I give this figure on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd have to give this a good solid 9, honestly. 9.5 even. This is almost a damn near perfect figure. I just wish we got a couple more hands. Maybe a couple more head scans for expressions would be cool. But I love how they got the mask. I love the jacket. I love the attire. I just love the way the figure feels in hand all around. I cannot complain. And with it being a good solid 9.5, we gotta give it a 4.5 star out of 5. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too much to say about Auska. I will say this though, it was really cool being able to see her live for the first time in person this past year, I want to say, because I don't think I saw her the previous year I had went. So really cool to see her live. And on top of that, oh wait a minute, no, I think I'm remembering wrong. I've seen Auska twice now. If I recall correctly, the first time I saw Auska, she was in a match with Becky Lynch. So yeah, we won't go there. This video is already long enough. I think on that note, we'll wrap this up. So if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. And if you didn't like the video, sucks to be you, I guess. But if you did like the video, feel free to go check out other action figure content. Don't know why I almost messed up there. Probably because I'm trying to talk so goddamn fast. But if you would like to, feel free to go check out some other action figure reviews. Feel free to go check out my PickFed content if you would like to go check out my PickFed. I'm currently working on Kenny versus Lashley. As of this recording, I just reviewed this pretty damn good figure, along with quite a few others. And I can't lie, I do technically have 2 more on the way. So there's gonna be about 3 reviews to wait on, because I have one kind of lying in the wait, because it's gonna be a review for an attire in the pig fed, so I don't want to reveal it just yet. But it's a figure that is out. It's been reviewed already. I'm just not gonna state who it is and or what it is for, because if I do, then you guys may kind of get the hint. I don't know though. But yeah. Oh yeah, feel free to go follow the Instagram as well if you would like to. It's under the same name and stuff of that nature. Same like picture I use for the YouTube, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to find. I don't think anybody's gonna make a fake account for a 200 subscriber account on YouTube, let alone one that's only at 176. But mentioning that though, if you would like to help me boost that up to 200, which is the goal, feel free to click that subscribe button. After all, it is free to subscribe. And with that being said, I think I have shamefully plugged everything and said everything. So have a good rest of your night, good rest of your morning, just good rest of your day in general. And we are out of here. Deuces, ooses.